Fellow Kenyans, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Kenya Meteorological Department today joins the rest of the world in commemorating the World Meteorological Day 2022. This year's theme, Early Warning and Early Action, highlights the significance of using weather and climate information for planning and decision support to reduce the adverse impacts of weather and climate disasters. The increase in the risks associated with weather and climate disasters, such as floods and droughts in Kenya and globally, requires timely, suitable, and effective response interventions to prevent or minimize loss of life, destruction of property, and damage to the natural environment. In the last 5 years, Kenya has witnessed several weather and climate extremes which have become more frequent and intense as compared to previous years, which could be attributed to climate variability and or climate change. Weather and climate early warning services are hence important for planning and decision support for policymakers, humanitarian organizations, as well as other stakeholders. KMD, like other meteorological services worldwide, is charged with the responsibility of providing timely and accessible meteorological information and services to all sectors of the economy. Early warnings and advisories provided by the Meteorological Service are essential for the safety of life, protection of property, and conservation of the natural environment. Our mandate has become even more crucial as we step into a future made even more uncertain by climate change. We are already seeing the impacts of these changes in our local context. That is, more severe and frequent flooding events and more frequent droughts as well. There is also increased evidence of changing seasonality of rainfall in terms of duration, magnitude, as well as variability. KMD is thus providing impact-based forecasts to the users. These forecasts not only contain the expected weather, but also inform on what the weather will do, that is, the impacts. This improved information enables the policymakers and other stakeholders to put in place advanced actions to mitigate against the adverse impacts of weather and climate. In line with this year's World Meteorological Day theme on early warning and early action, we encourage greater cooperation and partnerships with the public, disaster management authorities, health, aviation, and other sectors, as well as development agencies to better prepare and respond to weather and climate extremes. Although the COVID-19 pandemic slowed down countries' development and the capacity to cope with disasters, it brought forth the reality that the world can unite to embrace a multi-hazard pandemic through a cross-border approach to address disasters. This resonates well with the global goals on climate action, disaster risk reduction, and sustainable development. The World Meteorological Day theme reminds us that early preparation, proactiveness, and or the ability to strategically act on time before weather and climate extremes occur can prevent loss of lives, protect property and livelihoods of communities everywhere, now and in the future. Let us therefore join hands to celebrate the World Meteorological Day 2022 through embracing early warning and early action, and particularly now that the long rains have commenced, in order to mitigate against the adverse impacts of extreme and severe weather. I wish you a happy World Meteorological Day 2022. Thank you.